Alright. It's time for the return of the Florencio files. Up here in the top right-hand side, representing Validity Gaming, it is Mystery Wisp. And down on the left-hand side on the Beast Mode account, playing a Zerg vs Protoss. And this is one of the replays from his brand new replay pack. Hence, it's on Pillars of Gold. On the left, it is, of course, Florencio. Nice early probe coming across. Mystery Wisp wants to do a bit of a try-hard block potentially there. Imagine this will probably just be a gateway. Yeah, just an expand build. Just wants to play like those pro gamers and block the hatchery of the Zerg. Now, interestingly, Flo has both built an Overlord. Not quite on time. Okay, it was still a pretty late Overlord, but it was not as late as in his gas and pool are only a few seconds later than a normal Zerg would. He does put workers on gas immediately. Oh, he's stacking them though. He's putting them inside each other. That's all. It's just Gary and Bruce. You know, they just feel more comfortable when they're penetrating each other. It's fine. As long as they're both comfortable with it, it's not violating Florencio's very loose workplace charter on how to treat each other. A lot of places, no relations in the workplace. Florencio's like, as long as you get your work done, you could literally be inside of each other while working. And you're like, oh, okay, Flo, that's a bit of a different approach to most people, but yeah, sure. Probe comes in, sees there's a gas with nothing mining, is like, that's weird. Why are you doing that? Meanwhile, these two drones have... What? Are we doing the exact same hatchery double build that we did against Zerg? This is Florencio's one-size-fits-all Zerg builder. He's like, yeah, you sneak two drones out, you make two hatcheries next to each other. We're like, wait, so, sorry, how did you formulate this? And he's like, I like boobies. And you're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I like boobs. And you're like, well, we all like boobs. No, nobody doesn't like boobs. Like, he's like, yeah, but I just kind of, I like to visualize artistically what I want the build to look like, not what I want it to achieve. And then I try to find a way to find how to win from within that artistic impression. I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, so I like boobies. And then I tried to find a way to win. And I'm like, oh, it's just, okay. It's just, all right. That's fucking weird, but I'm down with it. Give some weird games. You can make a bunch of roaches with burrow from over there, run them into the natural. The Protoss is like, yo, why aren't you expanding? It's almost 3 minutes. This is odd. I'm gonna just patrol here. Also, hey, didn't you send some drones across to scout? How come I didn't see any drones arrive? I better make a zealot and an adept and a second gateway to be careful. So this Protoss is respecting it. I like the way this Protoss player is playing. Played reasonably safe. Just needs to make some like batteries and stuff. Hey, yeah, it's doing it. And Flo's like, well, let's make a lair. And Overlord speed. So he doesn't just want like the tier 1 titties. He wants like realistic ones. He says in real life, they're not actually identical. Right? One's always a bit bigger than the other. Like most things, humans are rarely symmetrical. So he's turning one of them into a lair to make sure it resembles reality more. I don't know what the Overlords are. I don't know what that is. The metaphor can only be taken so far. We've got a spine crawler built in the main base. Florencio's favorite thing to do. He's building Zerglings with no ling speed, keep in mind. This probe... Oh, no! Probius gets ripped apart. What have we got? Oracle, Sentries, Adepts on the way. There's a shield battery. This Protoss is so far ahead. There's no way this can work. This is so... You need a lair to make dropper lords. You got OV speed, so they drop fast. But it's like 15 slow Zergs. It doesn't kill anything. The Protoss could literally A-move their probes and beat this. Not to mention the Oracle's going to fly over top. One Oracle could kill all of this. How does this ever work? I mean, this is a mammary gland attack. And I mean, maybe that works well for feeding nutrition to the Protoss. I don't know if it's going to win the game. Oracle comes back here. Oracle. No, you're just going to... Pay attention, Mystery Wisp. You gotta get in that main base. You gotta get in that main... Oh my god, I don't think Mystery Wisp realized. The Zerglings trophy. What are you gotta get up there. Mystery Wisp is so confused. I think literally didn't see the units, just saw the blur on the map. No, you gotta get out of there. They do a mineral walk, half the probes get trapped. Still is way out on probes, can take a lot more damage. I think that oracle should pop out, and it does pop out. So there's 2 oracles here, and that one puts down a stasis trap at the front and then turns on its laser beam from there, runs out of energy by the time it arrives. The other oracle flies across the map. Oh my god, Mystery Wisp literally saw this coming a mile away and has done everything wrong. I cannot believe this is working. What a shit show. Mystery Wisp had a perfect opening, was so crisp. This was some like really nice opening, but now it's just 1 adept left. I think if you pull those probes, they can fight this along with the adept and you can rebuild the base and be fine. But it's just a matter of the fact that there are more Zerglings reinforcing. Link speed's going to be here. And, I mean, probes can actually fight this. I don't know if Mystery Wisp has ever fought with probes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you just crushed that. You've got like 3 times as many probes as there are Zerglings. Oh, the Zealots aren't A-moving. Oh, you get over it. Oh, no energy for overcharge. The Oracle's out of juice. It's losing all the Zealots. The probes need to be fighting. Mystery Wisp, you gotta fight with the probes. I can't believe this is working. You can just flood in the front now. The stasis did trap a handful of Zerglings. I think Mystery Wisp is okay. It's still up 10 probes, but it's the little bits of damage now that are starting to stack up. Flows Zerglings. Hungry Zerglings running rampant in this mineral line, picking off lots of these probes, running a circuit. They're going to try and run up into the main base. And now it's about equal economy. That base very healthy on the mining, and it's still got extra overlords. Roach Warren is down. Probe is going to come up and try to secure that nexus. 1 Zealot does not beat 5 Zerglings, but they are wounded, and they're clicking on the Stargate, so it looks like the Zealot there is going to clean that one up. Wait, oh, more Zerglings just ran in the front? Oh no, nothing in the wall off. Another probe, so many probes going down. It's a total of 23 workers killed. I still think it's rather even in this game, but you've got, what's that? 6 Roaches and 2 Queens building on this side. All the Dropper Lords are ready to come in for round 2. And what is the Protoss going to have? A few Zealots, a Stalker. That Stargate not being powered, such a bummer. It's trying to build a Forge right now. Really needs to power that gateway. If you can get a Void Ray or 2 out, that would be huge for shutting down these Dropper Lords. The Oracles are flying around. They really need to check what's going on at the proxy. More Roaches once again are going to pop into the Overlords. Now, remember last time, flew over, went, hey, there's no units here. That's not scary. You know they're Dropper Lords, though. You know they're You gotta stay with it. Yeah, check it. Okay, Mysterious, try to hang on. Burrows on the way. Spores are building behind this. Where are the Zealots? Oh, the Zealots are trying to get back up here, but the Roach is dropping on top. And those Oracles turn on their laser beams. It'd be cool to see a hot pickup. And he does it. Yeah. Hot pickup. Oh, no, doesn't. He actually loses a whole bunch of those Roaches there. About 4 of them. But took out the Stalkers. There's no anti-air. Those Oracles have had to turn off their laser beams. And these guys are just going to come up here and drop. Now, is Warp Gate finished? It is. There's 2 gates, soon to be 6 gateways. And with 2 bases of workers coming up for Mystery Wisp, should be more than enough to deal with this. Roach is dropping all over the shop, trying to just abuse the high ground, low ground. Those Oracles are running out of juice. One of them can no longer activate. The other one's only got a little bit of energy and still making just Zealots. Really needs to be making Stalkers now. Those Roaches are finally starting to fall here. Burrow not quite ready. Oh, it looks like Flow's attack does get held. Big distraction though. All those probes are just stacked up there. No gas mining, nothing mining in the main either. So Mystery Wisp here is definitely on struggle street in the follow-up. And the Queens! Oh, 4 Queens built from the proxy. 1 Oracle dies, just disappears there. A bit of a glitch on the graphics. And looks like those workers are still all over the shop. Mystery Wisp is in pure chaos. It's mass unupgraded Slow Zealot. If they have charge, they're not bad. But why are we making mass Slow Zealot? Oh my god. I've never seen a Protoss with such a sick opening and then fall apart so hard the moment this wild attack hit from Flow. It's clearly the first time dealing with a slow Zergling drop. How often do you run into that on the ladder? Florencio just shows you that weird thing you've never seen before, and immediately your brain starts hemorrhaging. And these Zealots gonna walk up through a choke point. No, you gotta come around to the left. You gotta go around to the left. You can't just walk through a choke point. They're all getting stuck behind each other. Transfuses are landing like crazy. These slow Zealots all stuck behind each other, going in a few at a time. Worst possible engagement I think that Mystery Wisp could have been taken. The Zealots are still in large numbers. There's still 6 gateways though, but only more Zealots are being warped in. There's not enough gas. A Void Ray is going to pop out, but that's not going to matter. There's too many Queens. The Queens are right on top of it. 5 Queens. Notice Florencio. He's picking up the weak Queens, putting them in the Overlords, and then dropping them whenever they get low as well. These slow Zealots are literally walking back and forwards past the army. Holy crap. This Protoss player is absolutely shitting the bed, and Mystery Wisp, unfortunately there. Weird game. Understatement of the century. Oh my god, what is this? It's like was it a 5-minute slow Zergling drop? Oh my god. This is so, I love the way Florencio just, and as Protoss, there's a lot of kind of complicated things you need to do in these scenarios. So this is my favorite bit, is the Oracle sees everything, right? So the Oracle flies over, but Mystery Wisp didn't see it, wasn't watching, and then comes back and is like, I must have imagined it. That's fine. There's no units there. Must be attacking the front. Comes back thinking there's an attack from the front that's coming from that. So watch that one more time, which is just like, flies over. It's like, hey, what the fuck's going on over here? Just before sees it, all the units climb inside, climb up the sphincter of those overlords, and drop in. And if Mystery Wisp just grabbed all the units together in the probes and A-moved, would have crushed these Zerglings so hard, right? Instead, a bunch of probes die. The units go up on their own, leaving units at the natural, get themselves surrounded without probe support. And then the second Oracle was flying across the map as well. Oh, it's funny because could have held on from there if just put back on gas and started making stalkers. Remember, this was one of those funny games where it's like, oh, actually, you actually got a really decent second round of defense, shut down the Zerglings, rebuilt the Nexus. Like, that was really well done. But then just never got back on gas mining and had 26 workers mining the natural for like 4 minutes straight. Because Florencio is like, how can I keep you occupied while I get my Queen Roach drop ready? It's just pick it up, drop it, pick it up, dropping, pick it up, dropping. Just the ultimate distraction douchebag style. Of course, it's Florencio's absolute specialty. Keeps the Protoss just going, huh? In a game that is so fast-paced, where you rely almost purely on muscle memory reactions, on identifying things in the replay, saying, in this situation, I should do this. And then the next time you encounter it, you do that thing. We so much rely on this as StarCraft players. Stimulus, response. Stimulus, response. Well, Florencio is the guy who always finds a stimulus no one's ever seen. They've never planned for, and they're always like, and their brain just wrinkles up and starts like glowing, trying to figure it out. And in the midst of that, it turns out you forget all of your basics. GG, well played, Flo. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the Patreon. Link is down below. A big special thanks you to everyone, of course, here on the Wall of Bacon, but especially Max Ann and Vivek for being absolutely epic supporters of the channel. Much love. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode of the Florencio Files. Goodbye and good night.